Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. This set includes 969 pieces and retailed for $99.99 when it came out back on August 1st of 2021. Now this is the first and only set to release this summer based off the Bad Batch TV show. You can tell that because we get some special box art up at the top featuring 3 of our members. Unfortunately, it looks like Echo got the cut here, as well as Crosshair, and Omega doesn't exist in LEGO form yet, but hopefully next year we'll be seeing more sets based off the Bad Batch TV show, which should be finishing up by the end of August. Continuing our look at the box art, we get the Bad Batch Shuttle front and center on this desert planet. We also get some speeders in this set, which I don't really generally care for that they included 2 side builds of these speeders. I mean, it's great for extra playability, but really those parts could have been put to better use in the vehicle, but I'm not going to say any more on that topic till I actually build this and see how stable and whatnot this vehicle really is. You can take a look at some of the other details regarding the vehicle, like the interior for instance, as well as the cockpit area and the wingspan and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the box art, so let's open this up and take a look at the box contents. Looking at the box contents, we get a total of 7 numbered bags to build this set. Bag number 1 features 2 bags though, compared to all the other ones, and we also get a separate bag for your instructions and sticker sheet. Looking at the sticker sheet, we get some decals for the Bad Batch Shuttle, as well as the speeders included. Now looking at the instruction manual, one thing that I have to complain about right off the bat is because they put this in a bag similar to the bags that we get the pieces in, we have this problem where the instructions are sort of rumpled up like that, which is an easy fix. You just put it underneath something to make it flatten down, but other than that, it's a really nice instruction manual. You get a very nice thick booklet for this set. $100 set, I think it's nice that they include a booklet, though it would be nice if they actually stored this properly to make it not have that flex problem. From the very back, you have the Win Robot. You get the piece count for a total of 2 pages, and another additional page leading to an advertisement for the Skywalker Saga game, and then our minifigure selection and set selection for the Bad Batch from both this year and last year. Starting off with our first minifigure, and probably my favorite of the bunch, we have Tack. He includes 2 accessories, being these blasters that we also saw within the Mandalorian Starfighter this year. We get some pretty nice leg printing leading up from the bottom of the feet up to the belt piece up to the main torso for his outfit. We don't get any arm printing, plain black hands. Looking at the under the neck accessory, we get a stud from the back where we can connect this backpack piece. We get a little antennae right there, as well as a printed 1x1 tile, which is exclusive to his minifigure. Flipping back to the facial expression and helmet, the helmet, I really love how it turned out. It is a little big, and it does hang over like the Stormtrooper helmets, which I don't really care for, so you don't really get too much posability with that, just a little bit just because of the under the neck accessory. We get the printing from the front for the visor, and we also get the printing at the very top of the helmet and on the sides for those little logos for the Bad Batch. Looking at the first facial expression for his minifigure, you can see that we get the goggles. In addition to the helmet, we also get a hairpiece. We use the 12th Doctor's hairpiece in brown, which isn't new. It came in 9 other sets counting this one. You can take a look at the hairpiece along with the facial expression with the goggles. And you can also spin around that facial expression. We have a facial expression without the goggles. You can put the hairpiece on to take a better look at that. And we also have the darker flesh tone for these clone minifigures. Removing his under the neck accessory, here's a quick look at the back printing if you are interested in that. Another figure who I think turned out really great in this set is Echo, who includes all exclusive prints for his character. We get some exclusive printing all the way at the bottom of his feet, leading up to the belt piece, up to the main torso. We also get printing for his arm right here, which I was blown away that they actually included arm printing on this figure. Really awesome. We also get a light gray hand to represent the hand that's supposed to be like a screwdriver type thing where he can put in different accessories and stuff like that. LEGO didn't make something new there, but I think it's fine. And we get a small gun for his accessory. Full gunmetal gray look for his character, black hand on the other side. Can take a look at the back printing for his character, and as opposed to the other members of the Bad Batch, we get a regular flesh tone head just to represent the lighter color of his flesh tone, and we also get the printing for those little attachments on his head. He looks a little stubborn from that side, and from the back we also get the rest of that going on from the back of his head. I really like how this character turned out. We get the regular Phase 2 clone helmet with the printing for his minifigure. You can take a look at that all around. Leader of the Bad Batch, we also get Hunter in this set for the first time in LEGO form. One thing I wanted to note right off the bat about Hunter and Wrecker is the fact that they both include the same torso and leg printing. That's something that I noticed while I was building this set, which was kind of annoying that they both include the same prints, though of course when it comes to Wrecker, you get that all covered up by the under the neck accessory. But needless to say, we get some pretty nice printing overall, where we get the printing all the way from the bottom of the feet up to the belt piece, up to the main torso. Kind of full gunmetal gray look for all of these characters. We get the black belt piece and the black hands. He comes with his signature accessories of these knives right there, which is pretty nice to see. And we also get the back printing right there for his character. Facial expression is exclusive as well. You can remove the helmet to take a quick look at that. We have an unhappy look, and we also can see a little bit of his bandana right there, which I would have liked to see them make a new hair mold for this. That's the only real problem that I have with his character. We also get an additional facial expression where he looks unhappy there as well. And for the hairpiece, we get the Severus Snape hairpiece, which also kind of covers up that little logo right there, which is one thing that I don't really like. That's why I would have wished them to make something brand new for like a hair headband combo, kind of like what we saw for the LEGO Ninjago sets for the island this year. I did try out a few of those hair pieces and they didn't really work the way that I wanted to. But moving on to the helmet, I really like the printing on that, a little bit of that dark red mixing with the gunmetal gray and a little bit of white right there. Looks very nice overall, and again, these characters I will be keeping their helmets on because some of the facial expressions I don't really care for. Moving on to Wrecker, as I mentioned before, we get the same exact prints for the torso and legs as we get for Hunter, the main leader of the Bad Batch. Only difference is that we get this under the neck accessory, which I actually got a duplicate of in this set, which was a huge surprise to me. For those of you interested in trying to get a duplicate of that under the neck accessory, all you have to do is look for a box of this set that has the number 20R1 on the tape. If you don't know what I mean, I will provide an example on screen now if you are interested in trying to get a duplicate, though I'm pretty sure just because we're starting to get into September, October, those boxes won't be available at this time. So diving back into this figure, we get one accessory being this pretty standard gun. We get the same printing as I mentioned before for our minifigure of Hunter, so I won't be showing that in too much detail, but taking a look at the under the neck accessory, we get that Bad Batch logo from both the sides of those shoulders, and we also have a pretty similar print as we see for the torso piece right there, just to give this character a little bit more oomph when it comes to his size, and also just in size comparison to another one of our characters. You can see that we do get a little bit of a step up in that direction. Looking at the helmet, I think it could have been done better. It's done on the Iron Man helmet, the new redesign, not the one that we saw back in 2011, 2012. If you remove the helmet piece, we do get an exclusive facial expression, which I think the facial expression looks really great for Wrecker. You can take a look at the back where we don't get an additional facial expression because technically he is a bald character, which works fine in my opinion. And again, just placing that helmet right back on, you can take a look overall at the printing. I think the helmet could have been a little bit better for his character. And for our last member of the Bad Batch, we have Crosshair in his Imperial uniform, which I would have liked to see him in his normal Bad Batch attire. Maybe we'll see that in the future, who knows. We get a long gun for his accessory, and all exclusive printing for his minifigure, leading all the way from the bottom of the feet up to the belt piece, up to the main torso, full black look for his outfit. You can also take a look at the back printing for his minifigure, where we have a kind of backpack accessory going on for that print, and an exclusive facial expression if you remove the helmet, where we have again that darker flesh tone for the clones. And I really love the printing for his minifigure. I really love how that turned out, really beautiful. Hopefully we'll see Crosshair return next year in a set. Would be pretty nice, because we are missing one member of the Bad Batch within the set, Omega. Hopefully we'll see her as well come this summer wave, or maybe even in January of next year. We're still waiting on a full rumor list. For the helmet, we get the same Phase 2 helmet that we're going to see for a lot of the other Bad Batch members within this set, just in black with the printing, and I think it looks really nice with the green and black. And to wrap up our minifigure selection, who can forget about the Gonk droid, who seems to exist within the set, fully brick built. You get the building on the side from the very front. You can have those little studs to represent the eyes through the grate right there. I think that's very cute. Get the building on the side over here just for some tiling off. And as for the feet, we use some of those gunmetal gray studs, as well as these clip pieces, which are slightly adjustable if you remove the character. You can see that you can move the feet a little bit if you really want to, and again, it's just a full block of a Gonk droid. No exclusive prints or stuff like that, all studded from the top. Looking at the first two builds included for this set, we get 2 speeders, which honestly I'm very disappointed that we get 2 speeders. I mean, I guess it's nice for extra play value, but did we really need 2 more speeders? One of them practically being the same exact copy as the 501st speeder that we saw last year in 2020. In all honesty, I would have liked to see these pieces being used elsewhere, especially within the Bad Batch Shuttle that seems to have a few problems that we're going to discuss in a few minutes. So looking at this smaller and probably the most interesting speeder included within this set, we have this lime green speeder, where you can see we have some stickers from the front on this slope piece and on that slope piece. And we also have some pretend guns from the side. That's something I really like, connected via that clip piece. You can adjust those to the side as you see fit. We also use the pretend gun piece from all the way back when in light gray. I like seeing these pieces in that dark gray from the side. I think that's pretty nice. You get a clip piece to add on an accessory from one of your characters, and of course you get the main steering device right there, which is slightly adjustable to go along with your character, who you can sit on those studs. Overall, it's a pretty simple build. I like that it's not as big and bulky as, say, this one, but again, why did we see 2 speeders instead of these pieces going into the main Bad Batch Shuttle? Looking at the other speeder, we get a sticker from the front, as well as stickers from the side and top of this slope piece from the very back. Very, very similar to that one that we saw last year in 2020. You can just take a look at the color swap right here, where we had the regular blue as opposed to the black and dark blue being used for this newer speeder. Only difference compared to that one is that we get a slightly different piece usage from the front over here, because I guess they didn't have that piece in dark gray to go along with that. That's the only minor difference that I really see here in comparison of both builds, though practically they are the same and just color swap. We have the stud guns from the very front that you can shoot out like such. that can go out into the distance, never to be found again. We get 2 extras of those studs if you're interested. We get a spot to sit your minifigure, which makes it easy to remove the character as well, because we only get the 2 studs to sit the back of the minifigure's legs. We also have these adjustable handlebars right there, which I also really like that from the design last year. And again, I like the detail from the very back with the stickers. And we also just have these 2 parts jutting out along with these ski pieces within those bar elements. Looking at the final overall model for the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, or the Havoc Marauder, I personally really love the color scheme of this set. It's something that we really haven't ever seen from LEGO Star Wars, this sand blue along with the black and light gray, dark gray being used. Though again, I think that this set could have been a lot better if all of the pieces that we saw for the speeder were used in the model. Again, I see what LEGO is going for here with this smaller design, and especially with some of design choices and part usage, especially for like the formation of the wings. We get a lot of really nice recolors in this set, and even a few new and exclusive prints and some stickers to add some detail. So starting from the very front of the vehicle, we might as well look at the cockpit area, where we get this very nice print on this slope piece from the front, or this cockpit style piece right there. You can easily lift that up using the clip piece connection in order to get a look at the interior, but to take an even better look, you can actually lift up this entire back section, which I honestly don't like how you can do that, because it is also connected to the main front part. I wish that that was connected over here instead of connected to the entirety of the back of the model. And especially for those who are picking this up using the wing up here, which would have been the optimal way that I would have wanted to pick up this set, that will completely fail on you and again open up to the interior. Moving back to the interior of the model, we get one of our most common prints right there on that 1x2 cheese slope. We get 2 spots to sit your members of the Bad Batch. Again, I don't like how that is connected. I wish that it was better secured. And finishing up with the interior so we can take a better look at the exterior, we get 2 very awesome stickers in my opinion referencing the Clone Wars. We have one of these with a clone helmet, and we have this one with a Venator, as well as the invisible hand, which is General Grievous's ship. I really would hope that that's a reference to something we're going to see in the future, because I really want to get that set. I did miss out on the last one that they released of that build, so hopefully we'll see that again in the future. We have a clip piece connection for an accessory, and of course ample space to store your minifigures, as well as the gunk droid if you want to just plop him within that particular area. Another thing that I forgot to talk about though is the reason why there possibly is a clip piece there, in order to actually lift up this section to reveal an area where you can store your weapons. Closing up the interior, you can see that we have a Technic connection from the very back in order to make sure everything works, and of course you can lock this down in place. Looking at the wings and the sides of the build right here, the wings I think are really well made. We get a few new recolors here and a few pieces that are new to my collection. Specifically, some of these angle plates are really nice to get. We also get a few new recolors in terms of the ones in sand blue right here, which you can barely see because again it's covered up by the black, just to keep with the continuity with the black covering the sand blue from both sides. You can see that we have a pretty similar look going on there, and you can also see a lot of the Technic details going on over here, which could have been avoided if this set was a little bit bigger, but overall I think it's fine. You can take a look at the sides, where we also have another new recolor, this piece in sand blue, which is brand new and exclusive to this set. To work along with the wings, you can see that we have that Technic connection that allows you to move it up and down, and you can stop it at a point down there, and you can stop it at a point up there in order to have it in a landing position or a flying position. From the other side, we have pretty much the same exact build but reversed. Again, really like a lot of the new recolors, and the sand blue is a very nice addition to this set. Moving to the side of the vehicle, I really love that it's all tiled off and we don't have too many studs going on over here. I also really like how we have a bunch of these cheese slopes just for like the angling along the side of the ship. Looking at the wing from the middle, you can see we have that same exact color scheme with the sand blue and the black covering it from that side, and the black covering the sand blue from the other side, and then we have that little light at the end of all of these wings using that translucent yellow. From the very back of the ship, we have our engines where we get these stickers on these shield pieces right there, which you can actually move back and forth, those flag pieces. We even get them from the very bottom of the ship, which I don't think was really necessary, but I guess it's a nice gesture. For the engines, we get these 1x4 tile pieces in the translucent blue. And also from the back, we have some more pretend guns, which you can actually move these if you really want to. It's pretty simple because they are connected using a kind of stud format. So I can stop shooting myself and shooting everything around me. From the bottom of the vehicle, we get 2 of these rapid fire shooters. We get an extra if you lose one of them. You can see that they are mounted using an upside down building technique right there, in addition to some Technic connections, so you can move them slightly. This one I just shot at myself earlier, and this one I'm gonna shoot right now. All you gotta do is just press down on the exposed part down there, and it'll go out into the distance, never to be found again. Moving back to the front of the build before we look at the landing and flying positions, you can see that we have some pretend guns. It's something that I really love when it comes to LEGO Star Wars sets, so I do appreciate them including some pretend guns from the side, in addition to just the rapid fire shooters, which, again, I don't really like how I have been shooting myself so much with those, and it just adds to the problem that the only way that I can actually handle this set is holding the cockpit area instead of being able to hold the wing, which again allows you to drop this entire thing. I just think that it's a little poorly made in some ways, but maybe it's fixable. I haven't seen anyone try and fix it yet, at least as far as I know. So to end this video, we might as well look at this ship in both landing and flying position. So for the landing position, all you gotta do is bring the wings in like that. It's pretty easy and simple, and that's how I'm gonna end the video with that. But for the flying position, we wanna see something a little more like that, where the wings are further down. I'm trying to get the best view I can of this because it is a little hard to get this entire thing in camera and also be able to see it, because it is again really hard to handle this thing, because I would want to be holding this, but I can't. So overall, for $100, is this set worth it? I mean, if you enjoyed the Bad Batch TV show like myself, I think this is an awesome buy, especially considering you get all of the members of the Bad Batch minus Omega, who I expect to see next year considering this show got renewed for a season 2. Definitely the standout minifigures within this set include Tack right there with that new helmet mold, Echo with the arm printing. All the facial expressions I think turned out great, with the exception of Hunter, who I think deserves a new hair headband combo. I would like to see a new version of Crosshair in the future, in addition to Omega, who I would expect to see release next year again because we're going to be seeing a season 2 of this show. I don't like that we got 2 more speeders, but I guess it adds extra play value. When it comes to the build of the Havok Marauder, I like it. I really love the color scheme. For those who are going to keep this set on display, I think that this is a perfect set for you. Though if you're going to want to play around with this, I don't like the idea of this being the only place where you can actually hold on to the vehicle, because I would like to see that very nice printed piece from the front, because if you lift it from this area, it just doesn't quite work. The wings, I think, work very well. It is a little small, in my opinion, for a $100 set. I think the pieces that were used here should have been used here. But again, I see what LEGO was going for right there with that smaller style, and a lot of the building techniques do work out in the end, and especially some of the new recolors that they introduced specifically for this set. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this set. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!